Hi, I'm John Martin. I'm the CEO of the Southeastern Institute of Research. We're a Richmond-based company that specializes in mobility, transportation, and economic development research. I want to share with you a few things that we've learned about why the Richmond region needs a regional vision for transit. America is growing. We're going to grow from 322 million to 358 million by 2030. In Virginia, well, it's a site where growth is going to take place too. Virginia is going to go from 8 million to over 10.5 million by 2030. In Richmond, right here on the golden population crescent, is slated to grow too, from 1.2 million to 1.5 million, an extra 300 to 400,000 people moving to the area by 2030. The question is, where will they live and how will they get around? Transit's part of that answer. The second reason we need a regional vision for transit is really to take advantage of what's happening with the shifting mobility preferences across America. In city after city, transit is experiencing an all-time high in ridership. And it's not only transit, it's really a fundamental shift away from single occupant vehicle driving. More and more, we're seeing gains in walking, in biking, in transit use, as well as use of shared mobility options like Uber and Lyft. It's fundamentally changing how Americans move around, and it's happening right here in Richmond too. So it's time for us to be more intentional about supporting and accelerating some of these exciting trends. The third reason why we need a regional vision for transit in the RVA community is that our businesses today really depend on transit. We just completed a comprehensive research study for the Greater Richmond Transit Company, GRTC. And what we found, in some cases, was very surprising. Today, business leaders across our region say that they depend on transit as part of their business strategy. 6 in 10 business leaders said that transit brings their employees to their business, their customers to their business, and even makes their business location more vibrant. The fourth reason we need a regional vision for transit across the RVA region is really to keep up and support business leaders' expectations. So it's no surprise that business leaders said that by 2030, mass transit, public transport change is the number one community-related need, that's where we have to put our energy. And in fact, that's also where they say we should put our community's investment. We asked business leaders how they would distribute $100 among these services and needs, these transportation-related or mobility-related needs. And what we found is that today, business leaders would put $31 out of every 100 towards public transit service. Perhaps what's most surprising is that this represents a significant increase than in the past. SIR conducted research for GRTC in 2005 and 2009, and now in 2015, asking the same question. And as this chart reveals, the investment that business leaders would put towards transit has almost tripled since 2005, growing from $13 out of 100 to now $31 out of 100. This research finding suggests that business leaders feel that additional investment should be put towards our transit system. Another interesting finding about business leaders and how they view transit system is that while there's a great expectation for the future, a lot of business leaders are not as familiar with the current transit system and feel that it leads, well, some things that need to be worked on. When we interviewed the riders of GRT system today, the current riders on board, what we found is that 71% said they were satisfied. And this includes people that have ridden on buses in other cities and towns, that our current product's pretty good. It just needs to go to more places and go on a more frequent basis. The fifth reason we need a regional vision for transit in the RVA region is the most important reason, and that is it's all about our future. The future of every region across the country is going to be dependent on how well a place can attract and retain millennials, the youngest part of our workforce. In fact, what we're seeing is a fundamental shift in our population makeup. And that shift is going to cause a ripple through our workforce. In the future, there are going to be relatively fewer younger workers and relatively more older. So communities all across America are gearing up for a battle for young workers. And that battle is taking place trying to attract millennials. And what we're finding through our research is that mobility, transit services are playing a key role in making cities and communities a hotspot for millennials. Transit is the backbone of economic development efforts in cities of the future. RVA already has a tremendous early leader advantage in attracting millennials. We are a millennial hotspot. The responsibility we have as citizens, business leaders, and community leaders is to ensure we remain a hotspot for decades to come, and transit's part of that equation.